Okay, so good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Bearded Berserker with me, Matt. I hope you're having a fantastic week out there. I've had a really bad week. This week is one of those weeks where if everything that can go wrong has gone bloody wrong. If much more goes wrong this week, I'm going to up sticks, move into the forest, build myself a log cabin and hide away from civilization. Because one of those weeks this week, I just had enough. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. And I'm so glad that we're nearly at the end of the week because it can't be any worse than this week, surely. Now, thank you guys for tuning in to, sorry about that rant, another one of my reviews. Now, if you've watched any of my videos on my channel whatsoever, hopefully you have, you'll know that I'm trying to grow myself a big, thick, decent, epic style Viking beard. And I'm kind of on a quest. I'm on a quest to try and find my favourite beard products, skin products, hair products, all sorts of bits and pieces, clothing, jewellery, whatever, to try and make myself look good, smell good, feel good, treat my skin properly, my beard properly. And it's also become a quest as well, because since I've been doing this, a lot of the companies that are making beard products and t-shirts and jewellery and bits and pieces, they're really small little one person sort of little people making stuff in sheds and garages and stuff like that. Real craftsmen, you know. Don't get me wrong, we all know that there's some of the major shopping channels and stuff out there that you can buy pretty much whatever you want at half the price, and the quality is not particularly great on it because it's all mass produced and everything like that. And I've almost kind of like starting to try and advertise and get these small companies noticed a bit, because there are craftsmen still out there, still, like I say, in their garages and sheds and wherever, making some really cool products out there, whether it's clothing, jewellery, beard products, all sorts of stuff. So when you do go out to buy stuff, it's one thing going out and supporting and sort of buying from these major big companies and stuff like that. But some of these small companies are doing some fan-bloody-tastic products out there, and don't overlook them, because a lot of the products that I am reviewing are from smaller companies, and the customer service with them is absolutely phenomenal. The products, so much care, time and effort is being made into creating them, and I'm almost trying to highlight what they're doing and sort of like helping them advertising and bits and pieces and stuff like that, and trying to tell you guys about them in case you're looking for something different out there and not the same standard that some of the larger, bigger companies are doing and everything out there. So please don't overlook them. Now, we do have another review coming up today. Before we embark on that review, just to let you know, in a week's time, that's 7 days-ish from now, I'm going to be doing my top 10 UK beard products as Christmas presents video. That's going to be a live one. There is also going to be a giveaway during that as well. In order to qualify for that giveaway, please subscribe to the channel, because I will be, out of all the subscribers, they'll all be assigned numbers, and then from that I will be drawing a number out from a hat, and that's going to be in a week's time in the evening. And I'm also doing another one which is going to be my favourite top 10 Viking products as Christmas presents video as well. Might be a live one, might not be, depending on how the other one goes. So I'm doing 2 videos, top 10 UK beard products as Christmas presents, and the same with Viking products as well. So please join me for that in a week's time. Now, here we go with a new review. Now, I've been in contact with someone online that's basically making jewellery, and I haven't got many followers, and got chatting with them, they were chatting back and everything like that. And I said that kind of be nice to be able to kind of like show people out there what you're doing and try and help out a bit. And as with all the videos that I am doing, I'm not affiliated to this company or any other companies that I am sort of like reviewing and stuff like that for. I'm completely 100% unbiased about it. And it's all my own honest opinion, what I think about it, stuff that I'm going outsourcing, stuff that's being sent through. So all of these reviews that I am doing are completely 100% honest, okay? But like I was saying, this little chap making stuff called Deaf Stones, and basically we got chatting, and he said, oh, well, I'll make you a pendant and send it through and see what you think of it. Bless him. Now, he is a jewellery designer, and basically everything that he does is 100% handmade. So it's not in some factory and then imported or whatever. And he's based in the UK. Glug of coffee. Ugh. And he said to me, because he obviously didn't know me, he said, so what sort of stuff are you into? I said, well, I love my Viking stuff. Since I was a kid, always been into the mythology, Norse mythology and Vikings and stuff like that. Hence the beard and growing my hair out and everything. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll try and design you something. I'll send it through, see what you reckon to it. So this was a couple of weeks ago, and he has sent something through to have a look at. It's a pendant. And this turned up in the post in a couple of days ago in an envelope. There you go. And this is what he designed. Now, he said that because back then Vikings tended not to use crystals and stuff like that, a lot of the jewellery and the stuff that they were made were kind of like sourced from natural materials. And so he said, I want to do something that's kind of represents what it would probably have been like back then. So he got to work on this. Now, he does make loads of bits and pieces of jewellery and stuff like that, from crystals, stones, and all sorts of bits and pieces. And this is the back of the pendant that is sent through. I hope the camera's picking up. This is a stone from a waterbed. Not a waterbed that you sleep on, but actually a riverbed, sorry, that's what I meant to say. And you can just about see, if I hold it up to the light, some little runes that he's engraved on there as well. You can just about see that, one there, there's one there, one there, one there. And a double-headed, or two-headed, double-headed axe as well. Obviously, you've got a little thumb cord through there. And I was actually really surprised, you know. He showed me the picture of the stone that he was going to use for it. I was like, well, you know what you're doing, I don't. And he said, this is the stone that I'm going to use because it kind of represents what they would probably have used. And I was looking at this stone thinking, well, how's he going to turn that into a bit of jewellery? Because it's just some rough old bit of stone. And I'm so surprised the work that he's put into carving that. Bearing in mind this is all handmade and everything, it's all polished. Originally the stone obviously wasn't, because you don't normally find polished stones, and you can see just about sort of like the depth of the actual design on there. You probably see the runes slightly better from this angle. So he's put the Fehu rune in there, the Tewaz rune, Algiz, and the Gerard one. And this one that he's created me, funny enough, because obviously this is the bearded Berserker, he's named this one Berserk Rage, which after this week, I can kind of get where he's coming from with that, because this week I felt nothing but rage and sadness, to be honest. But hey, there we go. I'm really stunned at the fact that being just about, if I hold it up to the pendant that I'm wearing, you can see roughly the gauge, the size, same sort of size. So, and I'm really surprised that's taken him under 2 weeks from the start all the way through to finish and posting to me. And I think that is really nice to know that that is a bespoke piece. Obviously there are other stones in the world this shape and everything are made out of the same sort of material, but that this is kind of like a one-off bespoke piece. And I think that's kind of what you get nowadays, that if you are happy going out and buying the same sort of pendants and jewellery, all sorts of t-shirts that everyone else is using them and wearing, don't get me wrong, that is fine. But it's nice to know that this is kind of like a one-off piece and there is nobody else that's going to have this exact looking beastie. And I'm really kind of chuffed with that, and kind of quite choked up as well, that it's a really beautiful piece. I find it absolutely stunning, and I highly rate that, you know. Now the prices that he charges for them, He's minimum is around about 40 quid. He said one something a bit like this, you're looking at around about 90 quid. All depends on how much decoration you want doing to it, what sort of shape you want the pebble or the crystal sort of cut into and everything. And it might sound expensive, 40 quid, 90 quid, whatever. But I think if you're going out and you want a piece that nobody else has got, that kind of means something to you, and there's someone that's willing to go out there and make it, carve it, sort of protect it, and whether it's coated in a protective thing or whether it's just buffed and shined. I'm not sure whether this is, doesn't feel like it's varnished or anything. It just feels like it's been sort of highly polished afterwards. But I don't think that's a bad price for that, because I know that walking around, I'm not going to see anyone else wearing that. And that is a really nice piece. And I'm so proud to kind of be able to show you this, because that is, to me, is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to score it out of 20. And I'm scoring it straight up 20 out of 20, because he sort of, with constant chatting backwards and forwards sort of thing I'd want. I didn't tell him exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to see what he sort of come up with. And to come up with that, called it Berserk Rage. He's put the runes in there, like I say, and you can just about see them in there. The craftsmanship that's gone into it is absolutely fantastic. And I think if I'd have gone out and bought that online, something very similar, if you know what I mean, from one of these online shopping places, and have paid that sort of quid for it, knowing that everyone else has got or would possibly have the same thing, I'm not going to score it 20 out of 20. I'd probably score it like 5 out of 20. But the fact that he's taken the time, effort, carved it all naturally, 100% handmade, straight up 20 out of 20. And I'm very, very, very excited and happy with that. That is absolutely beautiful. Obviously, the thong is sort of one size, but you obviously, with thongs and stuff, you can adjust it. And that is absolutely beautiful. And that is from Deaf Stones, and I will be putting links down below for Deaf Stones, so definitely give them a look up. If you've got a partner out there and you're looking for a nice little bit of jewellery or something like that, or something custom made even for yourselves, then definitely give them a look up, because from start to finish, 2 weeks, and that's with it, me starting to talk to him, it turning up on the doorstep, 2 weeks. Great little idea for present for someone for Christmas. You can get your own thing made up, like I say, whether you decide to go for natural stuff like the stones, or whether you want to go crystals and get them carved up. But he'll shape them, carve them, pretty much put whatever you want on them, from initials to you name it. And that is absolutely stunning. Thank you to Deaf Stones for that beautiful thing. Straight up 20 out of 20. It doesn't even need time to think about it, because I've looked at it over and over again, and it's one of those things that I've just been finding myself sitting there. I haven't worn it out yet, but I've just been sitting there in my hand. It's kind of one of those things that feels really nice just to sit there and play with. Brilliant stuff. So that was Deaf Stones and their Berserk Rage Riverbed Stone double two-headed axe and runes pendant. Well, thank you guys for watching another one of my reviews. I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing, because I'm really finding it really nice and exciting to try and, not expose, perhaps that's the wrong word, but kind of tell you guys about these little companies and one-man bands out there that are making some really bloody fantastic stuff. And we need to support them, because obviously craftsmanship and stuff like that is a dying trade, especially when you've got mass producing going on everywhere, and these large shopping sites and stuff being bought in now ridiculously cheaply and sold. And so it's nice to be able to show some of the guys out there that are making brilliant stuff. So thank you. Now please subscribe, and like I say, if you want to be in with a chance of winning the giveaway for my top 10 Christmas beard products, UK beard products, you need to subscribe in order to be in with a chance of winning. Please feel free to comment down below. Every comment that is made I will answer to and always read. And please like as well. Thank you guys. Keep on looking after each other. Keep on taking care of each other. Keep on growing those beards, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Bearded Berserker. And thank you guys. Let's hope, please, next week is a damn sight better than this week, because I've had enough this week. It's got to the point where it's just like, really? No, I'm going to go live off the grid in a log cabin in the middle of a forest somewhere, and you're never going to see me again. So please, next week, be a decent one. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend coming up. Thank you. I really appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you next one. Thank you.